Cheers, everyone. Hello, and welcome to another blog. I'm so easily amused. Yes, so yesterday's blog, I didn't do a live stream. I actually made a video up from it. And I must be out of practice because somehow I managed to upload just the first part of the video, which is just the AOK opening from Jambo Comics. And it was like, what does it mean to do that? I meant to put on my little chat with my Auntie Anne and plus my hi babe. What's up?
Hubbard's.
Why are you showing me that?
Because it's really cheap.
Okay.
It's like half price.
I'm trying to do my live stream, babe.
Show them Hubbard's.
Oh, apparently I've got to show you some cheap tomatoes. My girlfriend has instructed me to show you a tin of cheap tomatoes. Thank you, babe. Thank you for your joining in. Happy Valentine's Day, babe. You don't go away and never darken my doorstep again. Okay, that was a bit random. What was I going to say? Yeah, so yeah, I ended up after putting up twice. I put up twice. So whoopsie daisy. Never mind. Yeah, but here I am again with another stream, and I had a job interview today as well. So I had a pretty busy old day. Especially I didn't get notified about it until like the last minute, literally less than 24 hours. And yeah. And so I never had my interview closed with me because from my house, my interview closed at my girlfriend's house. So I had to get up in the morning early, go to my girlfriend's, get changed, have a shower, then go to the interview from there. And then they ask you all kinds of questions. And I was working in the ticket office at Victoria Coach Station. So selling tickets for Victoria Coach Station, only a 6-month contract. And one of the questions they asked, what have you done in the last year that has made you feel proud? Was one of the questions that I was asked. You know, to do with work or your personal life. And I was just like, what do I say? So I said, well, as one of my hobbies is going on YouTube, and I've made all these friends all around the world by discussing my hobby with them, talking about comic books with all my friends in America and Israel and Australia and Canada, you know, and one or two in the UK. Not so many in the UK, to be honest. Hi, Nike Jam 251. Good morning. Good morning to you. You must be somewhere in the part of the world where it's still morning then. Where's that got to be? I got to be Australia or something if it's still morning where you are. It's very well into the evening now. So anyway, yeah, it turns out there was 4 applicants for this job. 4 applicants for this job. Oh, you completed your Blue Beetle run. Well done. What of the DC or of the earlier ones? If it's the earlier ones, then well done to you. I need to try sort of do my run for those as well. I'd love to get the early Charlton Blue Beetle runs. And anyway, there was another one I think later on, Blue Beetle. But anyway, where was I? I was sidetracked. Yes, there's 4 people who were supposed to be gone for interviews, and it turned out one person was sick, so they didn't go to the interview. So you're West Coast. It's still morning there, is it? Okay. Yeah, that is what I should be proud of. Yes, that's what I said. So I said I was proud of getting all these friends around the world and, you know, and growing my YouTube channel. That's what I came up with for my proud moment. Can I get a thumbs up for that, guys? Come on, give me some thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up for mentioning you guys in my job interview. Anyway, so there's 4 people supposed to apply for this job. One person had gone sick. Another person had pulled out. So it's me and this other fella. And it was like I got a 50-50 chance of getting the job. And I managed to. There's a couple of ladies interviewing me. I managed to make them laugh, talking about my YouTube, talking about my head banging stuff, and my podcast and all that. And so anyway, I got home, got a phone call. I've got the job. Hey, 6-month contract starting next week. The week after next is starting. And yes, at last, some well-needed money will be coming into the grey man's coffers, which, of course, I won't be spending it all on comics. Honestly, I won't. I can't wink very well. I can't wink very well, but I won't be spending it all on comics. Honest. When's your Oh, I think it's going to affect me coming on your stream. Maybe I'm not too sure actually. As long as I'm on first, I should be all right. Is your stream the 24th, 26th? It's 24th, isn't it? It's after Cheers, Night Jam. Yeah. So that's the day that I start. I start the day of the 24th. I'm starting. So yeah, if I've got an early start the next morning, we'll see how obviously the 25th will be the second day of my work, so I can't go in late and bleary eyed because I've been up all night celebrating with Metarog and half of the comic community. But yeah, that should be all right. I think it'll be starting about. I think it always starts about 12 in my time. So yeah, as long as I'm not on the night an early shift, but we'll see how it goes. Hopefully, I can still come on because I want to help you celebrate your massively awesome 1K milestone, of course. Yeah, so good news, and I'm gonna have to celebrate. I've got a couple of first appearance keys that I was hoping to pick up this year, and I'm thinking to myself, maybe I should just celebrate by buying the comics. Don't tell the girlfriend. So I think they're picking up the first Parasite and the first Rhino. Those are the two first appearances that I've really got my heart set on for this year. So yeah, that'd be cool, Roger. I would really want to do it, definitely. And also, I think, is it next week or is it the same? Oh, I have to double check now. But Hialeah does a show. I can't remember who he's doing it with. I don't think I've ever seen that show before, even. I don't know how I've missed it because I am subbed to him. I thought maybe it was on very late and maybe I didn't catch it because of that. But he's got a show where he interviews people from the comic community. So him and his friend want me to be on. And I think that's the same week, thinking about it. I think that's going to start at midnight as well. So in that typical, I've got 2 streams to be going on when I've got like a new job to be starting. Inquiring Minds, that's it, yeah. Inquiring Minds. Is it inquiring or enquiring? I'm not sure. What's the correct verbiage for that? Is it inquiring with an I or enquiring with an E? What is the difference between inquiring and enquiring anyway? I'm sure there is a difference. Anyway, yeah, so yeah, cool. So I'm going to buy myself first Rhino, first Parasite. I think it has to be done. Also, I've got a my mate from Switzerland on Sunday because we've got the UK Comic Mart, the London Comic Mart. Inquire as in curious, and enquire is to ask, isn't it? To inquire is to ask, and inquire is to be curious. Is it? Okay. Take your word for it, Roger. You're a wise man. Right. So that was my news. You're not the first people to know. The first person to hear, other than my gorgeous girlfriend who was sitting next to me at the time. We gave out our Valentine's cards. Oops, and then the phone rang. And it was like I got that message. So it's like, it's a great weight off my shoulders because my money was running out seriously. And so it's gonna be nice to have some money coming into the old coffers again. It's only a 6-month contract, but that will get me back in. Well, I wasn't into the red, but it will certainly help me stay in the black. Hi, Matilda. I was just telling you. I was about to say that you was the first person that I told in the comic community. Right, so this is the Valentine's card that my girlfriend got for me. Look at them little pussy cats. Boyfriend, you make my heart smile. Oh, I won't read the inside, but just needless to say, it's all squishy. we do talk like silly baby talk to each other almost. And this is the card I got for her. I love your face. They didn't have I love your bottom card, but she knows anyway. Right. So the other good thing about the fact that I had to go to my girlfriend and then leave there and go to the places that I had quite a bit of time on the train, so I was able to read quite a few comics today. Not too bad. First, an Iron Man one. In this one, his armor packs up, and he goes to investigate what's made his armor pack up, and it's this geezer, this chubby bloke who's his mum's got psychic powers and he's forcing her to test her psychic powers, which made his armor switch off. What's yours again? What was my card? You asking what my card was, Matilda? That was the card that Lisa got for me. I'm not sure if that's what you're asking. I do apologise if I'm answering the question you're not asking. and this was. I bug Mr. Gray on Insta. You don't bug me at all, mate. You don't bug me at all. Right. Yeah, so when he goes in, his helmet's not working, so he takes his helmet off and he gets plonked over the head and thrown in a well, which is rising, and he nearly drowns, but he takes his armor off, manages to find a fissure in the side of this natural well, and manages to swim out into the surface, and he comes in and beats the guy up. So yeah, but kind of like the moral is that he doesn't need his suit. He's more than just his suit. Kind of is the moral of it. And this one, I swear already read this story, already have this story. And I looked, when I picked it up, I looked at the cover. I thought, I know that cover. I'm sure I've got that. But I looked on my wants list and it wasn't on my wants list. So maybe this is a double. But then I've got a feeling it's possible. Maybe I've read it in an annual or something like that. But I know the story so well. And it's a cool story. Doctor Strange basically wiped the mind of I know his bloody name. Why can't I remember his name all of a sudden? Oh gosh. Forgotten his name for a split second. Oh, the old brain's not good. But he's a well old character. I've known him for ages. So I don't know why I can't remember his name. Diablo, there you go. Tells me on the cover, thank goodness. Yeah, Diablo has been mind wiped and he's working as a janitor in Iron Man's facility. And a doctor sort of sees him and gets him out of his funk, and then he starts trying to take over the place, throwing all his chemical alchemy madness all over. And obviously Iron Man takes him down. This one, Rhodey is Iron Man and is facing off, I think, the Mandarin possibly for the first time. The Mandarin's got some crazy idea that he's going to make all the crops in China fail. He's going to kill the crops in the ground so that they have to go to war. They have to invade other people and if somehow in the craziness, he's going to be able to take over China. That's his plan anyway. Yeah. I was just used as a fill-in and a special edition. Okay. Did you think I might have read it elsewhere? Because I'm sure I'd read it elsewhere, but that one wasn't on my list. It was on my list to pick up a copy of, but I'm sure I'd already read it. Maybe I'd read it there. Hey, Von Slotty Slot. It was subbed up to Harry's Lottos, and everybody subbed up to everybody, I hope, in the old chat. Right. So what else did I read? Oh, yeah, this is Roger's favourite cover. I remember him saying a little while ago on a No Faces chat how he loved this cover and every single thing about it was right up his street. I think that's what he was saying anyway. Either that or it was the complete opposite of that. I think it might have been the complete opposite of that. Basically, this guy, he started off as, his name was Vibru or something like that, like a Canadian name or something, like a French-Canadian name, something like that. And he's going down into St. Andreas Fault to try and do some work there. He's got an idea. He might be able to absorb all the vibrations from earthquakes and stop them from causing a lot of damage. But while he's down there, there's a blinking earthquake, wouldn't you know it, when he's not ready for it, and he gets turned into this vibro. He comes back out kind of mutated, and he's after the guy who forced him to go in there when he didn't want to go down there. Yeah, flatulence of doom, that's what it looks like. It's probably the worst way to use your vibrational powers in between your own legs. He's going to get some nut crackers there, that's for sure. He's going to split his own difference. But yeah, Iron Man takes him out. Spoiler alert. This was one that was, this was the only one I think that I had missing. Or was it this one? One of the ones I had missing from the run that I wanted of Superman. I think this might have been the last one that I needed to complete the run, the intended run that I was going for. And this is just before he dies. Actually, at the very end of this, you see Doomsday punching his way out of Surly Tim's fun bunker. Oh no, it wasn't. I don't know. He was in some kind of bunker, wasn't he? They never get onto the story of what happened to him before. Who put him in that suit? Why was that suit so hard for him to break out of? You know, all those kind of questions. What the heck were the walls of that bunker that he was in made of? Because it took him quite a while to punch his way out of it, which is, considering how absolutely hugely strong he was, it's surprising. This was a little, those convergences. I know the convergence event wasn't highly regarded. I wasn't actually collecting comics at this time, but I read a few of them online. Actually, I think I read all the convergences online. I picked up a few of them of the characters that I like. What happened, Gray? What in? Which one? I'm sorry, you have to be more specific than that, Harry. I missed when that question popped up. Yeah, so this is just the convergence where Suicide Squad's world has to take on a world where the first Green Lantern is kind of like trying to protect it. Yeah, they ended up winning. Right, this is number 5 for Murder Falcon. I'm trying to get hold of that run bit by bit. This is like a sort of heavy metal comic. They basically use the power of heavy metal to defeat these demons from another world. And when I picked this one up, I thought it was a homage cover. It's a homage to Yngwie Malmsteen's album. I think it might be called Odyssey, the album. It's a tribute to. Right, and I finally got on to my Atlas the Brute. This is one for Harry. need to write our giveaway rules, Mr. Gray, for my video. Yeah. Well, I thought I'll give right. So everyone, me and Matilda are doing a giveaway. Mostly Matilda. She's letting me do it on my channel, and it's called the Sabra. Is it? Yeah, Sabra Captain Britain giveaway, or the Sabra Captain Britain team up, because Sabra is a Israeli hero, and obviously Captain Britain is a British hero, and it matches our nationalities. And basically, all you got to do is leave a comment in any of the blog videos that I'm doing this month up to the 10th of March, and every comment will go into the draw. And second prize will win a Matilda Gothika original art piece, or Gothika graphics, as I like to call it. And first prize will win a Gothika graphics original, but done on a blank cover comic. So awesome prizes. Anyone in the comic community has got to have a Gothika graphics original. She's always doing. She's so generous. She always sends people out birthday cards and the like. Hey there, Jeff. I hope you're going to say more than hey there this time. I think last time you came and said hey there, and then I never heard from you again. I'm like, Jeff, you still there, Jeff? I'm going to show you some Vampirella. And you went, no, Jeff's gone. I had some Vampirella to show him. No, but anyway, here's The Brute by Atlas. And this comic, absolutely no F's given whatsoever. I was quite shocked by it. I actually put him in my Fantastic Four team for DC and Marvel geeks make up your own Fantastic Four team, thinking that he was just like a bit like the Hulk. So I was feeling he was a bit like a Hulk, a misunderstood. He's kind of misunderstood, but he's brutal as hell. He's no joke. He's literally in the first couple of panels, he's killed 2 teenage boys. There's 3 teenage boys have gone into a cave, thinking, pretending playing at explorers, and then they find. And it's so graphic what they say. It's talking about splattered bones and crushed, and it's like, whoa, bloody hell. Oh, it's a bit strong. It's like no F's given whatsoever. Let's see if I can read you some of the stuff. I just expected him to be like a Hulk kind of figure. He just wanted to be left alone, and but then he's the old Hulk. He really, in reality, he would kill people because he's so strong and so dumb. That he would, he'd kill lots of people, but you don't actually ever see it, people getting killed. But this is no. This is where the boys find the Brute originally. Let's see if I can read the some of the stuff that's said about it. The 2 young boys stand frozen with horror as the snarly man brute hurls poor Timmy with savage force, smashing him like a rag doll against the cavern wall. And then the other boy twists his ankle. Larry runs, screaming from the cave, his legs churning madly and his lungs gasping for air. Behind him, he hears Ken's blood-curdling scream, suddenly cut short by the hideous thud of a mighty boulder and the sickening crunch of fragile bone. I was like, what the hell? This is a kid comic for kids, surely. It's like, whoa, that was really kind of savage. Well, you don't show you that, but just the wording I thought was really kind of bit strong for a kid's comic, I thought. Yeah, poor old Tim. You're out of luck, mate. No wonder you're so surly. That's all I can say. If all the Tims keep getting killed. Yeah, so poor Timmy got crunched with a boulder. So he's not like a missing link, but he's a savage offshoot of humanity. And there's this one woman scientist who wants him to be kept alive, to be studied, see what they can find out about him. From the 1965 Atlas Seaboard run, like Luke Gray is showing, Yeah, it's always a Tim. Is it always a Timmy? I can't say I've ever noticed it always been a Timmy, but maybe if my name was Tim, I would have noticed it being a Timmy more. But anyway, yeah, so that was quite, ooh. There's one woman wants him to be kept alive so she can study him, and she sort of teaches him a little bit. But this is like, so the 3 boys that went in there, only one of them survived, and his father wants him to be given the death sentence to be killed, but the judge ended up putting him to be studied. But then the father breaks in to let him out so that he can go on a rampage and get killed. But then he ends up killing the father. So this poor kid who survived having his 2 brothers killed is now without a father as well. And it was just like, blowing hell. Is that necessary? Right, and in this one, right, this is quite a funny one as well. He gets away from after he's killed the father of the 2 boys that he already killed. He ends up hanging onto the bottom of a plane, not understanding what planes are all about, and he's hanging underneath the fuselage. And then he sort of reaches up and grabs other people and throws the people. And there's even more sort of graphic content. There's one guy who's saying, "Please don't kill me. I have a wife and kids." It's just like, oh, bloody steady on. But instead he gets thrown to his death. With the same massive strength that once slaughtered mighty mastodons, the fearsome man brute tears his cowering victim from the airplane cockpit and sends him shrieking insanely into the velvet void. Oh, nice. And then it goes, "It's killed Jeff Conyers. Please don't. I have a wife back home and kids. I beg you, you'll crash without me. Don't you understand?" But the snarling beast man cannot even comprehend these words. All he knows is the law of survival: kill or be killed, destroy or be destroyed. He has no way of knowing that these flyers meant him no harm, that their plane was a machine, not a fearsome pteranodon. I can't remember what I'm sure there was another bit about him. There was quite funny, I found as well. Another thing that makes me think that these writers didn't care about what they were doing. This plane, its reference number is 5H17, which in text talk. Let's see if I can write this down to you. Can you anyone else say what you think this looks like in text talk? What does that say in text talk? That's what I want to know. It's certainly suggestive of a word to me anyway. And then the plane crashes, and it's really funny. You got a big crash there, and you've got the part of the plane with the number on it. So it's like crash, and that word comes up. To me, that made me laugh out loud. I was reading that on the train on the way back from my job interview, and I just laughed. No, actually, I was on the way. Still on the way. No, I was on the way back. Actually, I was on the way back, and I just like laughed out loud. It's like. Yeah. Anyway, but I couldn't. Yeah, exactly. But exactly, Roger. But he survived. Like it was a bit weird. Like they couldn't decide how strong he was. In the first issue, he gets taken out with a drugged dart, so obviously it penetrates his skin. In the second issue, he falls out of a plane. Why high up in the sky and manages to survive. So it's like they couldn't quite work out, what his strength level was. One time he got shot in the head, and they actually operated him to save his life. And it was all a bit weird. I don't know how long. It's kind of almost as if you think that the comics weren't actually. I know they only lasted 3 issues, but it's almost as if they couldn't have lasted much longer anyway. Because I can't imagine how much more story they would have been able to get out of some of these comics that I've read from Atlas. In this one, he gets knocked out by this robot guy who turns up. But but the whole police force were after him. I mean, he's not like super strong like the Hulk where bullets bounce off him. They hurt him, so he's going to get killed. I can't imagine him lasting that long, but I don't know. All very strange. Anyway, 50 Shades of Grey, man. So that was it, really. So that was my. That's what I talked about. I've talked about my job already. I've got nothing else to say now. I kind of thought I'd make that last longer. Yeah, so got the job. I've got the job. I'm gonna celebrate by going out and buying 50 copies of the first Mandrill appearance, and I'm gonna send them all to Harry. Hi, Winterbeard. Hey everybody, this is Winterbeard. He likes Fallout. He watches. I don't know if he likes comics or not. I'm not too sure. Mainly talk about comics. And I've got a job, by the way, Winterbeard. So I unfortunately won't be able to stream till 4 o'clock in the morning playing Fallout anymore. So swings and roundabouts and all that. But I will be able to buy some comics. Yeah. So yay! So it's only a 6-month contract though. So I'll have to keep doing my blogs, hopefully get millions of people watching all my videos, manage to monetize it and become a YouTube, millionaire. That's the plan. I don't see why I shouldn't become a YouTube millionaire. It seems pretty easy. Yeah. No old ass cows for a bit. Hey, no old ass cows. What time do you start to work in the morning? Well, I don't start till the 24th, and I haven't been told what my hours are yet, but it's 3 different shifts. It's like a 7:50 start. I think it was an 8:50 start and a 12:50, something like that. 8 hours. Yeah, it's having your bills paid and cash for comics is always nice. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I have I had my redundancy, but it was whittling away, and it was just like I was getting more and more as the number in the account got lower and lower. I was getting more and more anxious, thinking, "Am I ever going to get a bloody job?" Because I was applying for stuff and not hearing anything back, or I'd go. I think I got about I only got one interview in like, all the jobs that I was applying for. Most of the time, we waited for ages. A lot of them didn't hear anything back at all. One job that I thought I was, dead cert to at least get into the interview stage because it was very similar to what I'd done before, and I didn't even get to the interview stage. It's like, oh gosh, and I was thinking to myself, oh, please don't make me have to sell my comics. Yeah, I mean, it was like, no, I don't want to have to sell my comics or my blinking heavy metal records or any of that kind of thing. Leave it a few years before I have to sell those, please. But anyway. So I got the job. Me and the missus going to have a takeaway tomorrow, probably. We wasn't planning on having one because we was trying to save our money. Yeah, one interview. But to be honest, Harry, I wasn't going full on with trying to get a job when I first was made redundant. I'm half lazy, half a bit depressed sometimes. Also, I was enjoying doing stuff, reading comics and making videos, and I was also when I was younger, all my friends a lot of the time they weren't working. I was going to work. We was be up all night getting drunk and whatever, and I have to get up for work in the morning. So they all had and I thought to myself, I don't want to have a gap year because I kind of wanted to have a gap year, but sort of thing. But then when it comes to actually trying to look for jobs, it was a lot more harder than I thought it was going to be. Anyway, this is only a 6-month contract, but it will take me up to what's it? August. Yeah, take me up to my birthday, and then have a birthday off. Yeah, but we'll see how it goes from there. Hopefully, by then my bloggies will have 60 million people watching them every day, and YouTube will be rolling out red carpets and sending me diamond encrusted, I don't know, pay pockets or something. Half lazy, half Scrumpy Jack. Not Scrubby Jack, Scrumpy Jack. Yes, this is true. Scrumpy Jack. I was kind of trying to earn money from my hobbies. I made a little go of it. I had a blog with advert links and that kind of thing on it, and I had a Patreon for my podcast. But yeah, I didn't think it was going to work, but I tried slightly to see if I could get it to work. I have a few people supporting my Patreon for my podcast, and I ended up with enough money from doing it to buy my Captain America 117. So that's all I want to do, really. That's all I realistically would like to do, because at the moment, when they first told me I could monetize my channel, but this was before they changed the rules. So I monetized the channel for, well, why not? See what happens. It's worth a try. This was in my last blog that I did a year and a day of blogging back in 2017. I started it when I was told that my office was about to close down, or it was in the running to be closed down once they found a seller. And that's when I first started doing my blog. And I thought, I'll see if I can build my channel up. And I started monetizing, because I had been eligible to monetize, but I hadn't done it. But when I try and see if I can grow it and that kind of thing, and it went up to about $14.47. They owe me $14.47. Then they changed the rules, and I've not been able to get up to the level to be monetized again. But that's my aim, is to get enough video views to be able to monetize it. And then even if it grows like 10 cents a day, it all adds up eventually, you know what I mean? And sometime I think you have to get to $100. And once I get to $100, if that happens ever in the future, I'll take that $100 and I will buy something nice with it for myself. And that's realistically what I would like to happen. But if it doesn't, say la vie and all that kind of thing. Okay, take care. Okay. Oh, okay, Tina. Yep. Yeah, I'm not saying much anyway. Any questions, anybody? Anyone want to ask me any questions? Mike up the bum? What the heck is Matilda Gothika talking about? I just realized I put the link comment down below for Matilda's channel, so go and sub her up. And I've been spelling her name wrong all this time. I thought it was Mathilda, but it's not. It's Matilda. I've been spelling it Mathilda, but it's not. It's just Matilda. So yeah, I've been getting it wrong. Mic up the bum. There's a microphone there in the pictures, and next to it there are a couple of glasses like that being cheers together. That's not a bum, unless you talk about the strawberry. I think you are seeing things that are not there, Matilda. I think your mind has seen the small image of a couple of pint glasses being knocked together in the cheers motion. Where is Oswald? Oswald is in the kitchen with Lisa. Oswald dotes on Lisa. Oswald thinks that Lisa is his mummy or his girlfriend or something. He sleeps on her head in the night. She'll come into bed and he come and leap up on her head. He'll be lying on the side. She's lying like that. His little heads on top of her head like that. He loves her so much. I know that's what I'm talking about. That's what I know fully well, Matilda, what was going on there. It's like the Rorschach ink block test. People would be holding up to you. You go, two people shagging, that kind of thing for every single ink block, probably. Oh no, I'm sure it wouldn't be, but if anybody, it would probably say that. Oh dear. Anyway, too many Ralph mags. Is that what they call Ralph mags? Is that what they call saucy mags in Down Under? Then is it? Oh, by the way, yeah. I'm putting the finishing touches now to my Beer Guys show, Beer Guys number 11. That should be up about 11 o'clock tonight. I'll be in the premiere. Hi, Z-Collex. Oh, right. Yeah, it'll be. Yeah, you'll be like. Did you ever see the Watchmen movie where he's seen all these? He's looking at the Rorschach test and he's thinking of like a dog with its head split open, but he goes, "Flowers. I see flowers," or whatever it is. I can imagine you doing that. You're seeing something graphic and you just go, "I see a butterfly." Yeah, so Beer Guys show will be quite a long show, nearly 2.5 hours, I think. Me and my mate Ulrich sitting around drinking beer, being quite amusing, if I say so myself, swearing a fair bit. So you could, feel free to watch that, Matilda. Yeah, but that's going to be from 11 tonight. And I normally premiere it and I'm in chat if anyone wants to talk. Yeah, that's about it, really. So, yeah. Oh, yeah. My podcast this week, I've got to do it. I've got to get it ready tomorrow. So I'm doing my notes tonight, ready to do my podcast tomorrow, but I won't put it up till Sunday. Okay. I hope Kiddo gets better soon, mate. How was the warm beer? Well, I'm actually drinking cold cider tonight, but the warm beer is normally pretty cool. Even the actual beer that we drank on the Beer Guy show was quite cool as well because we bang it in the fridge. We bang it in the fridge beforehand. It's mainly the warm beer you normally get when you go to the bar, actually. There was a nice beer there on my pub the other day, but it wasn't on, which is really annoying. They had a slow stout. And I thought, well, that sounds like it could be interesting. But when I tried to order a pint, it was gone. So that was a shame. Yeah. And another thing that I did, last time I went to the Comic Mart, and outside with my mate Dave, who comes over from Switzerland, we went through his comics. And I was leaving, as I was leaving today to come out, I saw my video camera on the side. I thought, oh, I don't need that. I'm going to use me microphone, my camera on my laptop. I don't need me video camera. And of course I do, because I was going to bloody film what he picked up. I was going to film up his pickups and maybe do a bit more filming around the mart this time. But I completely and utterly forgot. So that's annoying. So I don't know if I should go home and get my video camera or just not bother to video it. It's a bit of a shame because I'd like to go through, because he gets some nice comics as well. He gets some cool comics. Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna see if I'm gonna try and concentrate on. Oswald, do you want to come here and get onto this stream? Harry was asking about you. He says you're almost as cute as a koala, but not quite, obviously, because he prefers koalas. He dreams of them at night. No, Oswald doesn't come to me. He's mummy's cat. Yeah, there you go. What I've got what I was saying now. Nothing important, I am sure. Yeah, so come and check out my Beer Guys show later on. If you like beer, or if you like two people getting drunk and talking about beer, then make sure you check that out. Yeah. I shall go now, I believe. I've done over half an hour again of me whittling on. I believe I've spoken about everything that I wish to speak about. And yeah, so, oh, no, I need to shout out a smaller channel, don't I? And yeah, all these less bigly channels, I keep going back on them and not seeing that many extra subscribers. No, I did not wear a tie for the interview. No, I didn't, Bob. I've got one set of interview clothing that I bought when I started having interviews, and that was it. It's a pair of trousers. I tell you, and I objected to paying for them. My girlfriend had to drag me through the shop, and I'm like, 40 quid for a pair of trousers? They're having a bloody laugh, ain't they? And she was, you got to have them. You've got to have them because you're going to have an interview. You have to pay that because you got. I was like, bloody hell! It's like pulling teeth for a guy who normally sits around in just a pair of tracksuit bottoms or a pair of army trousers. Or a pair of jeans and a heavy metal t-shirt, like having to spend actual money on clothes to do stuff that I'm not even interested in. Yeah, I know she's right, Matilda. She's a woman. They're always right. You know, you can't argue with lady logic. It's us men who want to be big kids. You thought I'd have a Stan Lee tie. I didn't know there was such a thing as a Stan Lee tie. Would that be like a tie like one that Stan Lee wore, or would it be a tie that actually has Stan Lee on it? I'm not quite understanding. And yeah, I know DS only has one pair. You know, what more do you need? To be honest, I have quite a few pairs, but most of them I don't even get out. I just wear the same one. I think I wear the same one or two in rotation. It's quite often t-shirts as well. I wear them in rotation a bit. Every now and again, I'll gather them some up and put them. Like I've got like two wardrobes full of t-shirts. Every now and again, I'll put ones out of the wash right at the end and pull some of the ones out from the front to have a little bit of rotation. I do not have interview underwear. In fact, I don't wear any underwear at the interview. It gives me a freeing sensation and it helps me to flow better. No, I don't. I do wear underwear, but I don't have interview underwear. I have some interview shoes. It was actually quite annoying because one of the cats decided that one of my interview shoes would have been was good for sharpening its claws on. So I looked at my shoes the other day and they've got one nice clean shoe, another one that's full of little holes where it's been sitting on top of my shoe going plop, 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 like cats do. So yeah, they're not quite matching as they used to be, but bummed if I'm going to go out and buy another blinking pair because that costs money. That costs money I could be spending on comics or beer, or I don't really buy much heavy metal stuff anymore. But yeah, mainly comics. It's like I can't understand how people have comics slabbed. Wow, how much does that cost, man? And gosh, and like I hear people saying like I think DS was telling me he said with postage and that he paid like $60 or something or $55 or something to have one comic slabbed, and I'm like, wow, just think you could have, you could put one really decent old comic for that, or even better, like I would do. About $55, I'd probably get 50 comics at least for that. Yeah. You think there does need to be in it with your underwear? Yeah, it's a good idea. That's actually a good thing that you could be getting into, Matilda. You could be getting, with your art, you should be getting into doing your own t-shirt designs and stuff like that. You might have to use your own characters though. You don't have to move away. That might be a good thing for you to do, actually. Move away from like doing characters that you can copy. I know it's possibly easier to like look at a character and it is to create your own ones, but I think you should think about that. I think you should. I've got an idea. I think you should do parody pictures of people from the comic community. Heavy metal knickers, yeah, can't go wrong with. Not as long as they're not made out of real heavy metal, because that would be very uncomfortable. I think heavy metal knickers is what they made them wear back in the Middle Ages. They were chastity belts, weren't they, to stop them from being unfaithful when they were away. You're unslabbing yours, I know you're an anti-slab, I know, but I didn't really even I didn't even know about slabs, really, I don't think, until I started doing the comic community. You're way ahead of me. Does that mean you've already had that idea? You're already making your own characters? Are you making parody characters of people in the community? That would be fun to see. Yeah. Yeah, it is weird. I must admit though, sometimes like when I've got one or two books which are worth a few bob, and I do get nervous actually looking at them. I get nervous reading them. I'm opening them up so gingerly, and I put them on top of a tray, on top of another thing, and I'm turning the pages really carefully. How come your first victim? I wouldn't say that was a victim thing. I'd say that was an honor. I've been honored. Yeah. If you need me to, take some still pictures or anything, get my hair down. Have you noticed I've had a little shave? I don't know if anyone's noticed that. If anyone can see the subtle differences in the grey man, I've had to have I do a little. What I do when I've got an interview, I have a little tash trim, so that the tash isn't quite as luxurious and hanging down like a walrus, and a little bit there. I shaved a little bit there off. I don't know if it does anything. I don't know if it provides a better impression or anything, but that's what I did. And my hair's tied up still from the interview. I am Nike. Oh, I am Nike. I'm putting a video of you breaking up the slab, but a video of you about it later this week. Are you going to use a sledgehammer technique, a la Lawrence? I hear that his sledgehammer technique is. In fact, I think he said he had a service. A sledgehammer service for breaking out those slabs, and possibly Harry as well. I bet Harry's got a good service for breaking slabs open. You should check out his book fixing up service. He's really good at it. I look more like Mandrill now, do I? In a certain light, I suppose there's a certain Mandrill going on there. At least I don't look like a baboon's bottom, I suppose. How about using a screwdriver? Fair enough. How many slabs have you got then, Roger? I know you got. I think you got AOK then, didn't you? Anyway, more cider. Spaghetti bolognese for dinner tonight. Yum yum yum. What time is it with you guys over there? I suppose you must be. I don't know, mid. I don't know. Not too sure. Not too sure. Oh yeah. Genome said he wanted to interview me as well for one of his series that he was doing. So hopefully I'll have to say, like, if Genome does get around to doing it. He's not been back to me since. He got 2 dozen. Wow. He would use a 90s phone to break a slab. I would use a withering glare. I would shame the comic. I would shame the slab into not holding the comic in its place. That's what I'd do. I don't know what I'm talking about. What was I saying? Yeah, sorry, there was something I was trying to make a point about, but I've forgotten what it was now. Never mind. Oh yeah, I was going to say a smaller channel, wasn't I? That was hours ago. I was going to share a smaller channel, but you guys, you all distracted me. You all put me off. You'll put me off with your chatting words. Right, so I'm going to shout out KY Wildcat 859. So this is from Kentucky. Kentucky Wildcats. Apparently they're a team. They're one of your sporting teams that you have over there in the good old US of A. I'm not sure if they're a hand egg team or one of the bouncy ball team or one of them hit a stick against a ball and run around in a circle team, a square team, should I say? One of them teams. The Kentucky Wildcats. So I'm believing his channel is named after that. So KY Wildcat 859. He only has 43 subscribers at the time of me flapping my gums, and most of his channels, he has not got too many videos up so far that I can see. I think he's got a handful, but they're all mystery box unboxings basically. So he's got quite a few mystery box unboxings going back about a month. So he's only a month old, is he? Let me just check that there's. Yeah, so he's 3 months is his oldest comic video, his oldest video actually. And then so all mystery boxes. If you like watching people opening mystery boxes, seeing what awesome comic-y goodness they get inside their boxes, then go and sub up KY Wildcat 859. They're down there in Kentucky. They are heavy, clunky, ugly, and I can't smell the comic. Could you put a Ralph Koenig in a slab? Ralph Koenig. Name sounds slightly familiar, but I don't know who Ralph Koenig is. I would buy a slab and break it on a live stream. Oh, they're a college team, the KY Wildcats, are they? Okay. Oh, you're sub team already. Well done. Then higher because people would hunt me down. Might be worth a few pounds. Ah, the sweet smell of newsprint. I like the smell of newsprint in the morning. Right. Has everyone else subbed up to KY Wildcat yet? His link is down below. Now is the time to do it. Yeah. So that's it then. I should bugger off then. It's gone 45 minutes. How did I manage to flap my gums for 45 minutes about absolutely nothing? And how did 6-7 people actually, manage to still, to put up with that illiterate nonsense that I come out with? I thought they were adult comics just from the way you were talking about them. But I say Ralph Koenig, I can't say I've I remember that name, or not that I can think of anyway. Okay, right. Hey, Longbox Diving, you're just in time for me to say goodbye for the 5th time, because it's tradition here on my blogs for me to always say goodbye at least 10 times, actually. I just drag it out for so long. But link down below for KY Wildcat 859. Sub him up. And I'm there show you subbed up to everybody else already. Oh yeah, and I wanted to say as well, everyone go and check out DC Marvel Geeks Friday tag. He's done a Friday tag where he wants you to create a team. You got to have half, I think it's 7 or 8 people, I think it's got to be. I think half Marvel, half DC. But wants you to make a team. Well, I think you can make it all DC or all Marvel if you want, but just basically use characters from Marvel and DC and create your own team, make up your own name for them. So yeah, everyone do that. I shall be doing that at least once this week. I will think of what my team is, then I will do it. I'm going down to 4. Mr. Gray, was you saying something to the there, Matilda? Mr. Gray. Right, I shall go. I shall definitely go. Bye. See you later, everybody. I'll be back tomorrow with more talking. Bye. Oh, hold on a second. Before I go, I must remember to say, until next time, so long, everyone. I need to get on my scooter for some groceries. Yeah. So until next time, may all your news be good news.